gosh, what are you...
Whoa.
Hey!
I didn't know we were filming.
Careful.
Oh, well, hi folks. This month we're gonna be making a very special dish. It's a fox variation of the classic chicken poppers.
Sorry, my mind went...
It's all over the place.
Jalapeno poppers.
So let's get all the other ingredients out of here real quick.
Alright, you get the other ingredients here. I'll switch sides with you. Okay, so, why did I switch sides?
Why did you switch sides?
So, jalapeno poppers, if you don't know, is basically a jalapeno with some cream cheese and then wrapped in bacon. And then you kind of just grill it like that. It's so good. But,
it's delicious.
Because we're foxes and we're stereotypical horribleness, we're going to insert some chicken. That's why we have the chicken. Oh, hi.
Well, hi there. We're gonna go ahead and switch
What are you
sides
doing?
again.
He was doing things behind me. I got nervous.
It is one of those things that foxes do. Alrighty. So before we do this, we're gonna start heating up the pan.
I'm gonna buy a pair of shorts.
So, just so you know, on today's show, we're gonna be using a New Wave 2. Not exactly sure what that means, but if you happen to have a similar model, you'll know exactly how to follow along.
It's one of those things that makes things hot.
Exactly.
Without any heat. It breaks the rules.
It's induction.
Hey, look,
so we're
oil.
gonna go on medium-high. Go ahead and click start. So we're gonna use the same oil we use for everything, which is just canola oil that we have left with garlic bits on the inside. For about a week
Cannoli
or
oil.
So it's gonna be nice, delicious garlic oil.
Yes. Careful of those garlic bits. They'll squirt out and just
But
kind
they're
of...
so good.
They'll make a mess.
So you just want a small coating of oil over everything. So while that warms up, keep in mind this is induction, so it's very, very fast.
It's already boiling, baby.
Ooh, it's already sizzling.
Oh, it's already there.
So we're gonna go ahead and season the chicken real quick. And I do mean real quick.
Really quick.
So always salt both sides.
I've got so many plates and so many dishes.
Then we're gonna go ahead and do some pepper.
I'm just gonna set it out here, so I don't have to reach over for a knife. Oh, and look! Brick and mortar.
Remember always
Wait a-
season both sides.
I have a question. What are these called again? What's this called?
This is called a mortar and pestle. You can
Dang
grind
it.
these things by your hands as well, or I guess your paw.
For some reason, I thought of brick and mortar, which is a legitimate thing, but totally not this. And then I was like, hey, how do you think they came up with the name of Rick and Morty? Never mind, I don't want to copyright issue this. I won't say the rest of that.
We'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
So I just like to use this because it makes it really, really soft, really fine. I love them. But you don't have to use them. You can even put it on like that.
He doesn't like it when it's hard. He likes it when it's soft. And
So here's the thing. We're only going to put this on one side
only one side.
because herbs burn, and we don't want them to burn.
Herbs burn like fats, because they're mostly just leaves. So, you know when you take a magnifying glass and you're like, oh look, a leaf, and you set it on fire? That's what herbs are, so you don't want to... You really don't want to burn the herbs, because they're just leaves.
Alrighty. So because we're only going to cook this on one side, I'm going to go ahead and lower it to medium.
Bring it down, baby. Bring it down.
Because chicken takes its time.
Chicken takes its time.
Good food is worth the wait. So while that cooks, we're going to go over here to Jax.
What?
And he's going to show us how to do the jalapeno
Yes,
side.
I agree. I'm going to move some of this out of the way. Oh gosh, what is he doing?
Oh, don't you worry about that.
He's doing things under the table. I'm scared. Okay, so I don't need the cream cheese yet. I'm gonna set that on the bacon. I'm gonna set this over. So the jalapeno is basically the shell that the bacon goes around, and you want everything to be cradled in this guy. So what's nice about jalapenos is that you can hollow them out. So we're gonna start by cutting off the head.
Just like a snake.
Off with the head. Oh no, I got peppers. Oh well. And then, once you're done with that, we're gonna cut it in half. If I can see what I'm doing, I'm very fluffy. Here we go. Oh look, I did well. So, once you've cut it like down the middle, you kinda want it to look like this guy here. So it's cut down the middle. Once you do that, we've gotta get rid of these stupid seed things. They're annoying. They are annoying as heck.
Seeds are terrible.
Seeds are...
Nobody likes them.
They're gross. Unless you're a farmer, then they're okay. But neither of us are farmers, or at least neither of us are practicing farmers.
Nope, we're both cooks.
We're both cooks. All right, there. So it's really easy to get that stuff out. You just want to hollow it out. Try not to shed your fur in the food. The guests won't like that. I break that rule because, well, I'm just silly. So
We're very silly.
I'm just gonna go ahead and keep doing this.
All right, pass me the other cutting board, would you?
You, where?
It's gonna be underneath.
The green?
Yes, please.
Oh, the green one. Hang on. I'm still looking for it. Oh my god, there's scary things down here. I found it. Woo!
Alrighty. So while we do the rest of the jalapenos over there with nice, graceful skill, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and prep the cream cheese. Now, I don't know how one would normally go about opening these boxes, but I have this magical knife thing, so I'm just gonna use that. That's easy.
Knives are magical.
They are! I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing I did with the box. So for the cream cheese, it's very easy. The biggest thing is don't let them get back together, because you will not get them apart again. You'll have to cut them again.
They're really, really dedicated to their second relationship.
They really are. So go ahead and cut them into strips, roughly the size and length of a jalapeno. Part of the prep. Gonna go ahead and put this off to the side.
Probably silly. All right, we're good. It's all right. No, don't. It's good. It's good. It's good.
All right, as long as we're good, that's all that matters. Would you pass me the bacon, please? With the plate.
Honey, I brought home some bacon.
Well, I do love a man who brings home the bacon.
Oh!
I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this plate. So remember, always buy in bulk. It's cheaper. Okay, so from here, we're gonna want to go ahead and separate at least one strip per piece of jalapenos that we're gonna do.
That's just funny, is what that is.
Are you screwing up my jalapenos?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Where? You're so suspicious.
You know what happened last time. Those villagers still haven't recovered.
Well, they shouldn't have been in the way of the fire.
Why was there a fire at a water park? Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and just check on the chicken real quick. Alrighty, so it is getting kind of brown on one side, which is to be expected. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and lower it a little bit more. There we go.
Some of these I might have accidentally cut like a little crooked. Just don't worry about it. It's fine.
Alright,
It'll
that's
still
alright.
work.
A little bit's fine, I'm sure.
A little crooked. It's no big deal.
Something to keep in track of with chicken, it does take forever to cook. Lower temperature makes it take longer, but it also makes it not burn. It makes the heat go through further, so good way to keep track of that. Alright, Jax, could you pass me a jalapeno?
Yeah, sure.
I don't think that's the right side.
That is definitely the wrong side. So there's a jalapeno.
Let's start with one of the earlier ones.
Right. That top one should do. Should do perfectly. What's wrong? What's wrong with it, huh?
That is what we call a corkscrew.
What?
The corkscrew procedure is for advanced foxes only, so we're not going to show you that one on the show.
How did I do that? Sorry,
also for insane ones.
Go ahead.
So, that's what cooking with Jax is like, if you're wondering.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
So here all we're doing is trying to save a little bit of time. So, like I mentioned, chicken takes forever. So we're just going to go ahead and do a little bit of the prep here. I'm not sure we're going to get more than 4.
Huh?
Don't be afraid to pack it in there a little bit.
Oh!
Sometimes you just gotta get that cream in there.
Okay, so okay, I love desserts a lot. I'm really bad about sugar. I'm really bad about caffeine.
He's pretty bad about sugar and caffeine.
I am really bad about alcohol. What? I mean,
he's bad about a lot of things.
I am bad about everything. So,
by the way, I turned it back up.
Hey, hold this a second. Thank you. That's beautiful. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a nice dessert drink. Which, by the way, if you're not 21 yet,
don't drink it.
We're gonna go ahead and make a drink with some Rum Chatta, because I love dessert drinks, and this is like the best thing ever for, you know, dessert everything. So, to start, this is actually a drink that me and a friend of mine named Cautious Ember came up with.
And we'll have a mom here sometime.
Well, I mean, we called it the Delirious Jax, because, yeah. It was his idea, I swear. Oh gosh, that's heavy. I was not expecting. So, it involves brand name root beer. This is not a sponsor. Cinnamon's great. Well, I mean, people mix it with ice cream. You may as well mix it with everything else.
See, there you go.
Rum Chatta, generic root beer, and cinnamon. Oh, and then caramel. We'll need that in a second. Basically, all of the things that I taste like. I mean, what? Anywho,
I can vouch for that.
So, because this is a very strong and sweet drink, it's very smarter to put it in a small, like a shot glass or like a tiny teacup type deal. So that's what we're gonna do. So step 1. We put this Rum Chatta into the cup. If I can see. Okay, there we go. That's a lot. So, not really. We're good. So about 1 part Rum Chatta, 2 parts root beer. I only put 1 part in there. 2 parts root beer. There we go. You know that it's full when the foam goes to the top. So the cinnamon, it just goes in with the Rum Chatta. That way it kind of gets mixed up when you pour the root beer in. But I forgot. So we're just gonna sprinkle it on top. Because the Rum Chatta is cream based, the root beer will make it, the generic root beer will make it foam up when you pour it in. And that's what, the foam is what you use. You pour some caramel. You just sprinkle it like you lightly, okay, it's not supposed to sink into the drink, but it's gone now. I can't really control it as well as when I have. So, voila! All right, I'm sorry, hang on. Do we have an extra spoon?
Check underneath. I think I did bring a spare one.
Okay, you find the spare spoon while I try to start this over. This will be mine since I messed it all up.
Alrighty.
So here we go again. Let's try this again. So step 1, I'm gonna put the cinnamon in first. So that when I pour the Rum Chatta, it'll mix in automatically. In goes the Rum Chatta. Now, it was supposed to mix in, but it really didn't. Whew. Okay, so I'm just gonna swirl that around a little bit. Oh yeah, it doesn't mix into. Oh, look, a spoon. So, with the hairy spoon, we mix the cinnamon into the Rum Chatta. Perfect. All right, then we take the root beer. In it goes, and up
and over.
Up it froths. Oh gosh!
There are napkins all the way to the right.
There are napkins
under your spiral.
Well, oh well. So here, hold this a second. Now that you've got that, we'll take this.
Oh sure, give me the evidence.
Then we have the Wait, what am I holding? Caramel. The caramel syrup. So if you lightly drizzle it, it'll sit on top of the froth. Oh look, come look! It actually looks horrible, but it's sitting on top of the froth like it's supposed to. That's what it's supposed to look like. It's perfect. Perfectly disgusting. So I guess either one of these 2 images is what you want to see. I'm not gonna lie though, the one that I to put the cinnamon on last, it looks better, but this is how you mix it. I'm kind of tempted to just stick with that one.
Well, either one works. Either way, they're desserts. So
it is a new
they'll be
drink.
after the meal.
it's a new drink, so it's still experimental. So there you go.
We may have modification videos in the future.
Yes. But for now, 2 delirious Jaxes.
Perfect.
Woo! We did it.
So coming back on this side.
Oh yeah, the chicken.
So the chicken's taking forever.
Oh.
Go ahead and give that back to you.
Generic root beer.
It's really, really thick. So we're gonna go ahead and cheat and not care if the other side gets burnt anyway.
Huh?
But next time we're gonna go ahead and butterfly it and make it a little thinner for you.
Are you burning the food?
No. Yes. Maybe a little bit. So normal jalapeno poppers would just be this exact thing you're looking at here wrapped in this here bacon. Instead, we're gonna be doing it with that. So
we're gonna put a block of the chicken onto each. It's gonna like be a lid on top of the cream cheese.
I'm gonna go ahead and cheat.
How did you manage to get the cream cheese inside of the spiral?
I am a fox.
You're good at putting creamy things in the holes. Gotcha.
That's right, especially when they're spirals. So I'm gonna go ahead and just fillet this now, because it's gonna take forever to finish cooking otherwise. There we go.
Hey,
Not
look,
gonna
I
taste
found
quite
a
as-
generic Frappuccino drink. More
We are
coffee.
not sponsored by any of these
I
companies
swear,
yet.
we're not.
I want to emphasize, yes, you are more than welcome to send us money and/or ingredients. Also, while we're here, if you have any suggestions for food, or if you have any questions about the dishes or food you're cooking in general,
I am full of caffeine and alcohol.
and he will be full of caffeine and alcohol most of the time.
Pretty much.
We are going to have a Patreon, so go ahead and support us on there. We're going to be listening to all of our supporters and cooking the stuff that they want to see.
You know, eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
So let us know what you want to see, and we'll gladly work on that.
But until then, just, I don't know, message us or leave a comment on the video.
Alrighty, so this is going to be nice and done. So for this step, what we're going to do,
I cleaned it up as best I can.
well, at least you tried.
Yes.
So what we're going to want to do, remember,
Oh, look.
chicken's going to shrink. We're going to want to cut this into small strips.
That's not working at all. Oh yeah, strips. We have to strip the... Oh gosh. First we debone the chicken. Now we strip the chicken. I mean,
Chicken's used to it. It likes it.
Whoa.
You heard me. So here we're going to go ahead and take the chicken. We're going to cover up the other half
You're
of
taking the chicken.
jalapeno.
I'm taking a shot. Actually, I'm taking this over here. I need to stop. Gosh, I'm horrible.
You really do.
I am despicable. Hey, look, I found some cinnamon.
And from here we're going to go ahead and wrap it in bacon.
And then we put the cinnamon on. No, that's...
Nope, not on this one.
Sorry.
So the reason we're doing the
You're
chicken
right, it's
beforehand
caramel.
is because, as you saw, it takes a long time. So you want to make sure the chicken is all the way cooked. Very important.
Yes, always remember, cooking takes patience.
It does. Also, don't be afraid to cut off excess bacon. Jax, I'm going to have you go ahead and put a toothpick on that.
Oh gosh. Oh, there they are. I found them.
So the toothpick helps the bacon not unwrap while you're cooking it.
Stick the tiny little stick into the thing. What?
It's right through there.
One.
Perfect.
I'm pretty sure I dropped
That's gorgeous. What did you draw?
the oil is... Oh, there it is. I'll get it later. 2. Man, who'd have thunk? Cooking is hard. Good luck with the boat one.
I can do it. That's good as that's getting.
Oh my gosh! Alright, so, just, what did you do? You mutilated the spiral.
Never spiral. Spiral is not a thing.
Unless you, oh yes it is, I made it a thing. Only spiral.
Alright, so from here.
Where did all these toothpicks come from? There's so many.
Are you spilling toothpicks everywhere?
No. Yes.
They're a precious commodity, you know.
Oops.
So this time we're going to put it a little bit higher.
Oh my.
And if we had more oil, I'd probably put a little bit, but...
It disappeared.
Well, no one knows where that went.
Hi. I'll go find it. Hang on. Hold on. To that. I'm just, don't worry about what you're seeing on the screen. It's not what it looks like, I swear. Right there. Found it.
Oh, there it is. Cool. So this time, all we're doing is just cooking the bacon. So this is part of the important part about this, is we already cooked the chicken, and the cream cheese just needs to warm up a little bit. If it gets too hot, it's going to start spilling out of the thing. So you just want to cook the bacon real quick and be done with it.
I found a light bulb.
That is not part of the show.
Sorry. I found a light bulb. I don't know if it's important.
I don't think, I mean, they're helpful.
Oh, good.
They're an important part of life.
Hey, look, oil. Sorry, I had some ideas.
Wow.
I need a straw. I really want to drink.
This is part of why we need funding. We are completely out of straws.
We're broke, and we don't have any straws.
We have cameras, we have lighting, we have food, we have hardware, but we don't have straws.
But we have instant coffee. How does that work?
Not great without straws.
Gosh.
So there's no real easy way to tell when something is done, just because this is really, really big. So a lot of times you take the first one you put in, look at it real quick. So a little bit golden. I like my bacon crispy, so I'm gonna give it a little bit more. Remember, the higher you have it, the hotter it's gonna burn.
I don't like my bacon crispy.
Well, in that case, tell you what, we're gonna go ahead and make yours a little less.
I think that's a good segue into how to cook it faster versus how to cook it slower.
So when you want to cook something quickly,
speak louder, the pan's in and out.
When you want to cook something quickly, put it up higher. I don't think we need more oil.
Alright.
And it will cook faster, but it will also burn faster. So sometimes you're going to have to turn it a few more times. Sometimes it's not going to cooperate, apparently. Don't be afraid to turn it more times. It's not a problem.
As a side note, I'm just going to recommend that when you do make the drink, the Delirious Jax, go ahead and coat the top of the froth with a little bit of cinnamon, because it's actually making the bubbles stay not popping. The bubbles are still there.
Perfect.
Like, usually the bubbles pop by now, but this is great. So top it with cinnamon, and then put the caramel on. The generic, not brand name.
Caramel.
Caramel.
Yep. So anyways, this is roughly what they should look like.
It looks like something you could probably eat.
Depending on how crunchy you like them, and whether or not you keep spirals and boats.
Hey, boats are fun.
But yeah, make a ton of them. Use a larger pan. And serve them to your friends. They're amazing.
Preferably without getting a bunch of fur in it, but...
well, you know, pick it out.
Yep, pick it out. Just tell them it's part of the presentation.
We hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next month.
If we're not dead. From, you know, trying some of the recipes and spilling rum chata all over the counter. So...
we might get kicked out.
we might get kicked out. So yeah. Bye!